yeah. Oh yeah. How's it going? How is it the going? Hey, listen. My phone. Yeah. So, which one are we at? 85. Boom. Maybe just some comfort zone today. Or character design. What should I do? I don't know. Hey, Hefes bro, how's it going, man? Oh yeah, I was doing that IP. Oh, that's right. That is right. I should be doing that more. Okay. So let's do character design. Character design. Zanes. Suggestion from stream? Alright, let's do suggestion from the stream. Let's do it. I'm all ears. Hey Bruno Romanos. Ixi, how's it going? So, give me some topics. Throw me some topics. Hey Captain Balls. How's it going? How is it going, sir? Nice FS, bro. Nice. No, I want community topics, but I don't have a topic. Dude. Hey JP, Eric, how's it going, man? So, okay, so we got Space Knight and Demon Samurai Warrior Robot. Awesome. Gag signs. So we got two topics. Give me some more topics. And let's do it. Yeah. Hey, Tomku. Give me some random topics, and I'll pick one by a dice roll, and I'll do it. Zombie Fairy. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So we got Space Knight, Demon Samurai, a Warrior Robot, Zombie Fairy, War Machine for Squirrels. That's interesting. Fire Mage. Alright, let's do it. We got 5 topics. Let's see, let's roll it. Badoink, rolling. Number 4. Pff, rigged. Clearly rigged. And that is, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. War Machine for Squirrels. God damn it. The craziest one of them all. Oh god damn it. War Machine for Squirrels. God damn it. By Tom Koo Art. Seriously? Tom Koo? God damn it. War Machine for Squirrels. God. Alright, I got it. The picture has appeared. I am one with a topic. No, how's that going in Star Wars? I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the topic is with me. Alright, here we go. So, I'll sketch it out quickly, as I saw it in my head, so you guys know the battle plan, right? So the battle plan is, I saw, kind of made out of wood or whatever, squirrel sitting like that, like a mech, and having, I don't know, some sort of guns like that. Very chunky, very cute type thing, right? That's the battle plan. Good morning, Queen Mila. Tomoko. Ah, nice. You're asking the teacher to do your homework. Nice. Good move. Hey, Zealin. ICD. What up? That's how I saw it. The War Machine for Squirrels. So I'm gonna do a different technique today than what we usually do, for the sake of switching shit up. You know. Let's see what comes out of the end result. Timer is on. Timer is on. Okay, so that's the game plan, right? But I feel like I need to sketch it a little bit further just to kind of get it just right. The squirrel should be in here, right? Uh, have it something like that. Let's have those kind of guns. However, squirrels can have guns. It's okay. That shape should be changed slightly. More bigger. Okay. This obviously, this needs a squirrel tail. Kind of like that. Maybe some sort of foot system. Okay. That's maybe overlapping. Then we flip it before we decide. It's go time. Okay, that needs to change. We should see it a little bit more from above, so it's less squashed. Like that. And I'm not too happy with the tail. It needs better shape, something like that. Maybe some sort of maybe we can have it like wood and metal. Alright. Pretty okay. So how was everyone's weekend, by the way? My weekend was pretty relaxed. We went to the zoo, looked at all the new baby animals that being produced by the other animals, and we're blessed with fantastic weather, like 20 degrees, and they say that all this week is going to be 20 degrees as well, which is fantastic. And I had my usual run today, and this day of all was like almost that I was wearing too much. You know, like all I had was a hoodie on and a t-shirt and running pants. Like sweatpants, and it was like, oh man, might need to pull out the shorts and t-shirt. Hey Megshan, how's it going? Good morning. You saw Infinity Wars? Oh man, I want to see that. I haven't seen it. So I see one thing here which I want to change is that is getting squashed a bit. So I wanna make sure that the gun pokes out a little bit more before we start rendering. Okay, I'm gonna keep this layer on top, so I have like a guide. That's fantastic, Maction. That's great. And I'm gonna be painting. You guys don't see, but I have that on a separate layer, the block out, and I alt clicked the space in between the layers. Plop. So anything I paint now is going to be bound to that shape, right? It's like a mask. But most of you probably know that. But for those who don't know, ta-da! Uh, Also, by the way, if you make a new layer and switch it off, and you have it locked, so now that you're painting and you just make a new layer, it's going to be automatically locked to it. But if you're on the top layer, make a new layer, you see it's not locked to the underlying shape. So what I usually do is I make a new layer on top and switch it off so that I can freely just make a new layer without having to worrying about, oh, is it locked or not, or all these things. Pro tip. So now I'm gonna like block out the light, and then hopefully just have fun rendering. Kinda. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. That knowledge. Dropping that knowledge. Yeah, man. Yeah, my like I said, we went to the zoo. It's fantastic. Then yesterday we went to the mother-in-law's. Dun, dun, dun. No, we went to her house and just kind of hung out in the garden. Hence the nice red tone in my face. And I made. I'm a kind of good chef, and I made like chicken wings and like summer salad. It was delicious, and everyone just stuffed their faces in the garden, having coffee and shit in the hot sun. Oh, it was fantastic, fantastic. Well, we weren't eating in the garden, but we went out afterwards, and I just kind of hung out. It was good, nice and relaxing, away from anything digital. Didn't even look at my phone. Just ignore it completely. It's really important. It's really important to kind of switch off from everything. It's easy to just be caught up and be in the grind and feel like that you have to perform all the time. But like I've said before in previous streams, it's so important to not be at the computer and not creating art, so that when you do go back to creating art, you have like refreshed your brain. Your brain is eager to do something related to it. I mean, you can easily be too saturated. Magshin, yeah, that's a smart move. That's a smart. Like I think modern ways of using a smartphone all the time and being constantly hooked up to internet and kind of looking at things all the time and having stimuli all the time um, is creating um, a mind state which is counterproductive to being an artist. Let me explain. Um Being a father, I don't know how many of you are that yet. I mean, I know some of you are like Dear Bard, he's a father, and Eric Mui, he's a father. But some of you might not have kids yet. Uh, age or choice, whatever. But one thing you do realize quickly is that kids need to be bored. Hey, Kuru, nice, nice of you to de-lurk. Um, yeah, so you'll notice instantly, or rather fast, that kids need to be bored. Uh, like if you always play with your kids, for example, in this not says like video games, but if you are the game like playtime instigator, like you are the one having games with them, they they themselves don't instigate games, right? They're saying they're kind of gonna come to you and say, "Oh, let's go play. I want to be, you know." I want to be stimulated. For uh, and you like, okay, let's do this, or okay, let's do that, and they just kind of go along with the ride. And the same goes for video games or phones. If they're on the phone, they get constantly fed things. They get, like, especially if they play games, they get these micro reward. The brain just loves it. Like, oh yeah, look, I did this, I did that. Blink, congratulations, level 5, unlocked achievement, blah blah blah. And you feel your brain is just constantly rewarded. And that's how games are designed nowadays. Like the reward system. They're hijacking the the brain's natural reward system. How it rewards you for a job well done. Um, and you, like I said, you notice this when you're a father with the bigger kids, um, is that they gotta be bored. They can't sit and play games all day because they don't know they're not gonna know how to play outside of a video game where someone is feeding you the game, right? The playtime. Like it's the same thing with if you are always playing with your kids. You are giving them the game, right? You are instigating the game. This is the rules. This is what we're playing, and they just go, all right, I'll follow the leader, and you gotta just go. No, you go and play. Go do shit. Just don't kill yourself, you know. And they gotta go and do come up with a game. They gotta disappear for a while into their own universe, and I think it's really really important. And that's one of the things as adults we are sitting and on the phones all the time, and as even more so as creatives, we're being rewarded with our, like, oh, one you follow, oh, the person X liked my art, I wonder if someone has liked my art, refresh Facebook. Action, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we gotta make sure that, like, we have time where we don't get hijacked by the reward system. Like, you gotta be able to make time to not do anything and be bored and just sit there and, like, I wonder, and I guarantee you your mind will start going, I wonder if, and you're gonna, like, start creating something, some plan or some idea or something. Like, that's why when I lived in Sweden, I used to love going for like 2 hours, 3 hours out in the forest. No, nothing, just my home keys in my pocket, and then just go and, like, think about things. Like, oh yeah, but what if this? And I don't even remember the forest walk. When I pop out of the fog, uh, 2 hours later. But the fact that I was starving my mind from input and I had to create the input myself, I always came out of those walks with information, with answers, with ideas, with plans. It was perfect. And I made sure that I took those walks. I mean, ideally every day. I mean, I was a student, so I had the time to do that. Um, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how much you can come up with by just walking in not being stimulated. Like, I mean, if you're gonna be walking in a city, there's gonna be cars zooming by. Oh, I gotta go this. Oh, look, McDonald's or whatever. It's not gonna be the same. Uh, but you'll be surprised how efficient you can be in finding solutions by not doing anything. It's a fantastic technique. FS Bro. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, kids need to socialize as well. They need to not always be bored, of course. They need all sorts of input. And one of those is to be bored. But of course, it has to be a little bit of everything. Action, yeah. Hey, Örjan, how's it going? Good morning. How's it going? Where are we with time? Oh, halfway. Famous last words. Going good. How's the world of freelance, Örjan? Starting to have a steady client base? Trusted client that keeps giving you jobs all the time? Hey, dear Bart. What's up? Welcome. Let's switch off that top layer and let's see where we are at. Eh, let's not use it anymore. But yeah, it's I hate the reward system of social media, like how it hijacks your brain. So I really consciously try not to be on the phone all the time. But easier said than done when you hear bling, like something. Oh, someone wrote something to me. Reward. I was like, oh, I better go check. What if? What if? And all yours. Uh, oh, Arian, are you dipping into DAS 3D? Yeah, man. Be careful with DAS 3D though. Those dead hands of DAS 3D is a clear giveaway. This like packet of hot dogs that for some reason no one cares to correct when using DAS 3D. Hot dog hands. Um, Blinks? Oh, on the phone. Yeah, you can. You can. I usually put it on silent. But yeah, you can see the trend in a lot of people though that they're constantly on their phone. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good at all. Of course, you should be on your phone. It should be a part of a modern day person, but it can't be end all be all of your existence, you know? Gonna not be good for the future for yourself. Not future of mankind, for yourself. You're gonna be very one dimensional. I mean, there's some people who build their career on a social presence or social media presence. That's a different thing. Uh, Absolutely, but on average, you know. Tom Koo, yeah, definitely, definitely. Like, there's also difference in people in general. Like, my wife's cousin, um, like I always tell her about like stories that I used to do as a kid, and and she always says like, I don't believe you have done all these things. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, well, you have so many strange stories of the things you've done. Like, well, yeah, I did things. You know, I I was a creative kid. I was thinking a lot. what if I do this? And I thought, all right, let's do it. And I did it. And I mean, obviously I was bored, so I came up with stuff to do. Before, before smartphones, before even home PCs, before consoles, you know. Obviously that tells my age. I'm born in the 80s, before all these new things. I'm old school. But that also means I've done so much stuff, very weird stuff, that I just came up with. That a lot of kids nowadays have no idea even where to start, which is a shame. But maybe that's the future, you know. Get rid of all the old school stuff and bring in the new digital stuff, and maybe that's the way the future goes. Who knows? I'm no expert in the matter, but but it's a shame seeing kids have no idea of the stuff that I did as a kid, that you can come up with if you're only thinking instead of expecting to get it handed to you by an app or you know and that's why I'm quite happy that my son is very creative, and I made sure that he's bored. But I think he plays a little bit too much. But whatever, it's the future as well. They gotta be digitalized, the kids, but they also gotta be bored. Eric, yeah, yeah, exactly. Dearbird, yeah, it's the problem with schools. They should ban phones. And the problem with a lot of parents, they use the phones as babysitters. Where, I mean, obviously, like I said, you shouldn't dictate the game for the kids yourself, but there's also got to be a period where you teach the kid how to play for themselves. So obviously, at the beginning, you got to start dictating the game so that they learn how to play uh, imaginative, you know. And then you can say, okay, now go, go do shit, and then they'll be bored, and then they will come up with a game. You can't just go cold turkey, right? It's all about teaching them. Kids don't know shit unless you teach them. Guru, yeah, there we go. ICD, yeah, I do. It's about you have to go in and switch off certain things um, in Photoshop. It's quite a little bit of an extensive process. I can't like go step by step by head in from my recall. So you gotta Google it. But Google it like Photoshop, um, Photoshop lag circle, uh, something like that. Yeah, you go into Windows. There's two sets things. One in Wacom settings, you switch something off, and then another one is in Windows Ink. You gotta go and switch something off in Windows Ink. JP, yeah. Dearbard, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I absolutely agree. And I have a more or less a strict ban on phones for my son when he's in school. Obviously, he cheats and plays a little bit, but he knows like because I've set it up so that he is allowed to play when he comes home. Then he can play for a set amount of time when homework is done, and then after that, switch it off and go do shit. So I'm using like phone and games as a reward to get his schoolwork done. So he first has to do everything related to school. When that's done and approved, it's like, all right, good job, go go play some, and he loves it, and he plays Minecraft or whatever. And then I check the time when he starts, and I say, all right, now your time is up. Switch everything off, and then I don't say anything. So then it's up to him to go do stuff. So he usually like goes finds a book, or goes and plays with Lego, or goes to the park, or whatever. And no phone. I confiscate it. I think that's a good balance between uh, him being up to par with what his friends are playing, and so he's not alienated, so he's a part of the ongoing trend of games and whatever. All the kids are doing it, so you can't just say no. You will be a Amish person. You're not allowed games. No electronic devices. He's a kid of this day. He has to. Yeah, Captain Boss. It's easy to do it wrong. You have to be strict and have to. For my son, he accepts schedules. Let's say, all right, you've done your homework. You get X amount of time, and he's happy with knowing that he gets X amount of time every day. And if it's random, like no, you're not allowed today, he's gonna be like, why, why, you know? So it's for me and him, it is really important that it's like clear the deal is on paper almost, you know. Then he's happy. That's something I figured out with kids. Like be clear about it, and having routines. Then it doesn't matter what the routine is. Like they get used to it, like boiling a frog slowly. Have Vespro, yeah. Gang of friends to do shit with is really important. Like a good selection of friends. Yeah, absolutely, Captain Boss. As long as there's explanation and they understand, it's all good. Yeah, they gotta be bored. Hefes yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, I am his father. He needs to listen to me, but he's also a person, and I need to listen to him. But if I would, like, I tried one time, like, okay, you decide how long you will play. I'm not gonna tell you to stop. You show me how good you are at stopping. And do you guess how long he sat and played? For 6 hours. 6 hours spread out through the whole day. He was like, I was like, you are not allowed to choose anymore. You showed me that you can't stop, so I have to tell you when to stop now. And he was like, yes, father, I know. uh, that little cheeky. Yeah, so obviously he knew himself. He can't stop. But you know, it was like on a Saturday, shitty weather outside, and I was like, all right, you show me now. Now you make the rules, and he couldn't. Eyes on the ground. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. I mean, you can't blame him. It's fun. It's addictive. You know, it's not a surprise that he sat that long. But I just wanted to prove a point to him that like rules, dad and mom have rules for a reason, right? It's just not random acts of cruelty. you know, it's actually a reason behind us uh, telling him to stop. Because otherwise he would just sit all day. And he got it. He got it. He accepts the fact that we got to tell him to stop now. He's a good boy. Smart. And by having him like the reward system with gaming after school work is done, he knows it, he accepts it, which also means he has really good grades. Like we don't wait till the end of the day for him to do the homework. It's the first thing he does. What a boring drawing today. Anyways. Deadboard, yeah. Cheers, man. All right, thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day. Good night. Maybe we can find someone to raid. Let's check creative. Who's on creative? No, no, no. No, no. What's this? No, 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 no. There's me. All right, nothing good. Nothing good. Let's all just go our separate ways. Have a fantastic day. Tomko, hey, yeah. All right, man. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Adieu, bye bye.